Welcome back to Random University, where once again we're diving in and talking about everybody's favorite toilet to take a fiery, wet, sloppy dump in, fresh and fit. And like a terrible virus, this bacteria has replicated one more turd in the punch bowl, Daisy Chin. Yes, this woman has caused content creators that I have known to be great friends on this platform to now be at odds like Tom and Jerry. And quite frankly, I simply don't know why. I just don't get it. I don't understand what's going on anymore, and I just wanted to dive into this matter. And you know what? There's a good reason why you wait sometimes to actually dive into stuff. Because yes, here on this platform, it is great to be the first to get to the news. It's always the first, to be great to be the first to break the story. But sometimes it's not always great because you get some inaccuracies in some of the reporting, and you don't want to be the one that got it wrong. So now I've gotten some perspective on this, and I've decided it's time to come out with another video on Fresh and Fit. Yes, I'm dropping another one because that's what we do here at Random University, because we're constantly giving you a nice education. So once again, remember, like, share, and subscribe to this channel as we're trying to get these numbers up and get to 2K. That's the next goal. Once again, I'm going to keep repeating, 10K is in the future, but we got to keep going up one at a time if we're going to ever make it there. Hopefully you enjoy this video.
Creep on in, on in, on in.
Now, if you've been following this story and you somehow aren't aware, Daisy has decided she is officially going to go ahead and terminate and hit backspace and delete on the fetus. So she has officially deleted and terminated Walter Daisy Chin Weeks Jr. And it is a sad day for those who believe in life and those who believe that, well, all babies should be born. Now, I'm not one of those who believes maybe under every circumstance you should probably bring another life into this world, because quite frankly, I don't know if you're going to set this person up for success or not. And we already have enough people that's born behind the 8-ball as is. Now, I always support any woman's right to choose what they want to do with their body. That's up to them. Yes, their body, their choice. It's not on some woke stuff like some people would like to say. That's just literally my opinion. Now, I may be wrong, but it definitely appears that my boy Duke has fallen under a spell by a queen succubus. And I do know at this point in time that it was a complete accident that he doxed just Tree 411, or just Triologic if that's what you like to call her, by exposing her phone number on his live stream for a long stretch of time. Now, I was being slow at the time and didn't even think about it because, well, I don't care about that number and it does absolutely nothing for me. What I find crazy is that when people see a phone number exposed, accident or not, the first thing they think of is to immediately send hate, racist, and crazy death threats. I never once saw a phone number exposed and thought to tell someone, die. That doesn't cross my mind. Or, I hope you eat rat poison. I don't get that. These aren't thoughts that ever come into my mind whatsoever. Now, the comment section from Duke's live stream were scathing and rather full of raging messages, but LTTV told me it wasn't as it seems, so I was like, okay, I'm going to trust that source. I trust them, so I'm going to go ahead and get some more context before I decide to dive into this situation, because this situation reeks. And it all started from a woman that I definitely didn't trust from the beginning, because she was dumb enough to bang Fresh. I still can't get over that. Remember, this man is publicly admitted to having STDs, but who knows? He lied so much, he might have lied about that too. I doubt it, but they, him and Myron also say that they're religious, just like Daisy, who's apparently religious, but she just deleted her baby and made sure that thing didn't even get to first base. Now, another thing that's had my mind wondering is the fact that Daisy is supposedly rich, or at least has plenty of money, but somehow she needs to start a GoFundMe to get a lawyer for this whole fight against Fresh and Fit. Like, I mean, if you got this much money, why do you need to get a lawyer? Like, that's really confusing to me. Why do you need other people to help fund you on this? I thought you were yoked. I thought you were stacked. She said she had investments. She said she invested in all sorts of different things. She says that having basically $100,000 is not having money at all, when she knows that people over here in America are broker than crap. And most people are lucky to survive till tomorrow and with $100. So needless to say, to have $100,000 is nothing. I would like to believe that she has plenty of funds to go ahead and get herself some representation, but apparently not, because she has to go bum off everybody off the internet. Now, what it sounds like to me is this reeks of the Brick Lady situation, where she somehow got, her own type of GoFundMe out there and she got debunked, and that didn't end well for her. Now, I still think Fresh and Fit fabricated and came up with a bunch of false evidence on Daisy, because, well, I mean, they obviously were lying about the people that was in that video. Like, none of those people matched body type, facial structure, or anything when it came to Daisy. Like, you can look at Daisy's body and tell that this woman is put together. The chicks that were in those videos were pretty mid and very underwhelming body-wise. Look, they were probably nice women, who knows? I don't know them personally. But all I know is they didn't stack up next to this woman, and it didn't make any sense. But we also know that Fresh and Fit did this to basically hide behind the criticism and to move the goalposts and come up with a different way to change the narrative. That's what they've been doing the whole time, and they've actually succeeded up to this point. I still can't get over the fact that there's a GoFundMe. She's supposed to have money. She's supposed to have money, you guys. Like, don't forget that. She's supposed to be, that was according to Fresh and Fit. They said she had money. She was well off. She's even said the same thing herself. She's invested in companies. She's got stocks. She was a model. She's had all sorts of different ways to stack up the decks when it comes to money. She's stacking cash flow like it's Breaking Bad. But somehow she now needs a GoFundMe to go ahead and get her a lawyer to fight against Fresh and Fit. None of this makes any sense. Like, somebody's gonna have to help me understand that. Like, I really do not get it. It really just sounds like a go scam me. Also, why is she streaming videos on YouTube now? Since when did she become a content creator? Does she have interesting thoughts now? She's now got perspective on the matter? Since when? Now she's doing live streams, trying to get super chats just like Fresh and Fit. Boy, she learned from the best, I guess. I mean, she's just right out there getting cooked up, stir fried on her chat. Boy, it was bad. I watched some of it. It was terrible. The chat was fierce. Boy, they had some great comeback. I mean, the jokes in there were absolutely horrible. And they were absolutely hilarious at the same time. It was really bad. Like, if you don't like cringy stuff, I would not view that chat. I mean, she was on there crashing harder than Malaysia Airlines 370. She was accusing Fresh Prince STD of being gay. Being gay. Like, come on now. Everybody knows I can't stand Fresh and Fit. And I absolutely refuse to believe that. Now, Myra, on the other hand, he's the sus one. Pug CEO. Now, he has never had these rumors come about until now. Now that she got scorned, all of a sudden he's gay. This sounds like a stereotypical black woman that when she got broke up with, all of a sudden the guy's a gay loser incel with a micro penis. That's what this sounds like. That's what it feels like. And it doesn't feel right. Ew. It doesn't even feel right with me almost defending these assholes. Also, why has she been on every live stream in America, Canada, UK, China, and Barbados the last couple weeks, continuously and constantly trying to tell her story? I mean, come on, really? It's the Three Little Pigs at this point. We already know the fucking story. We don't need it repeated this many times unless you're really that unsure of it yourself. And you have to just manipulate yourself into believing this story. I mean, come on, you just got an abortion, and less than a month later, you're already thirsting over another rich YouTuber. Rich, remember that word, rich. I get it, your price is $1 million, but come on, have some decency. Everyone already calling you a hoe on the internet, and because a popular creator hits you up at a very sus time of the night, and yeah, it was sus, around 3 a.m. is kind of sus, but dang, I mean, I was usually up pretty late. So that's one reason why. And you respond by immediately sending unprompted flirty messages. Really? You're not exactly adding VC to your current rep right now. Now, to quickly touch base on the whole ABBA DM leak situation, I mean, really, who cares? Who cares? I get it. There's some people who are really butthurt about it, and they find it to be a little bit grimy and slimy, but that's light stuff compared to what else she's got going on. I mean, really, she just needs to stop talking so much is what she really needs to do. Because that text exchange nearly gave me an allergic reaction from all the gold dust in the air from all that digging. But like me, I was a troll and likes to, be petty sometimes and crack some sus jokes. Sometimes they might be a little offensive or a little borderline. I get it. But one thing that keeps getting lost, and it needs to be remembered, is that none of this has anything to do with the original plot of this story. None of it. This is absolutely turned into Fast and the Furious. It started off normal and it made sense. But a couple movies or weeks into the series, and now the plot has been completely nuked. The main reason any of this was a story and this movie was created was because Walter Weeksauce from Fresh and Fit got a girl with questionable character pregnant by using his meat irresponsibly. Something they preach against to their fans about every freaking stream. You can't forget their standards are virgin women with zero life experiences and sometimes a little underaged. And you must bang 50 plus women to give you the keen knowledge of knowing how to properly vet a woman that's not a 304, because anything short of that and you're a loser, worthless incel who needs to consider self-deletion. Remember, If you don't learn how to properly vet a woman, you risk being milked of all your resources by the same succubuses that keep getting fresh and keep getting Trevor Bauer. So please keep sending them super chats so they can keep having them yacht parties with them women with them struggle BBLs that are actually failing and falling to their kneecaps mid-twerk. They're hypocrites. They done got caught red-handed with their hands in a cookie jar about their morals and their decision making when it comes to women and their vetting process. They're simps. Just like the losers in their chat that keep tricking off all their money for all them OnlyFans girls on their podcast. That's right. That's right. They're the same as the guy celebrating Myron getting himself a heart attack and high blood pressure every stream, kicking the girls up off the stream, veins busting up out of his head, all while needing some paint thinner just to get up out of their seats because of their massive porn addiction. Now listen, I wouldn't have so many questions here about this woman, but she said she fell in love with Mr. Popo. And I can't believe that. In any reality, whether it's here or virtual reality. I mean, this type of confusing debauchery would cause Meta, Apple, and PlayStation VR to crash. Oh, I can't believe I almost forgot. Fresh and Fit doesn't even support abortion. But Fresh Prince of Miami wanted to barbecue baby Abba as soon as he learned that he existed. Probably use him for some stem cell research on how to fix Myron's gay gene, but you can't fix that. You know how Myron's always going on and on and on about it's female nature, it's female nature. Well, being sus and fruity is his nature. As I move into the latter stages of this video, so many things can be true here, or simply just needs to be pointed out. 1. Daisy's first language isn't English, so it's going to be a tad bit broken sometimes and seem confusing to understand. I have an Indian friend who speaks like 4 languages, and when he gets animated sometimes, his languages gets crossed up and he can slightly misspeak. So I'm willing to give her some passes on some of the verbiage that she has, verbiage issues that she has sometimes, but in that same notion, she obviously is intelligent enough to learn multiple languages, which isn't easy. So she's probably smart enough to manipulate people with it as well. So when she has moments when she's using these English buzzwords that don't seem to come out naturally, it causes me to think that she's not being genuine in her conversations. I get that she sounds like an AI sex bot, but that really makes me raise an eyebrow. 2. I really don't want to hear Fresh and Fit, Daisy, Duke, or Tree say that they're tired of talking about this stuff, because they're not. Because no one is forcing you guys to stream for 14 hours at a time, trying to compete with FoozyTube for the longest stream of all time. Y'all sound like Hasanabi, over here complaining when he was talking about how draining streaming was when he had the control of the off button. Like, nobody's making you stream for these long stretches of time. Duke, you just had a stream for 7 hours. Now, you didn't really complain about it. It was a long stream, and you do have a lot of energy, and that's a lot of energy to output for 7 straight hours. But damn, that's a long time. But I know you guys ain't really that tired of talking about it. Y'all talk about it again because you know what? It's making y'all money. Just like Tree, you were saying the same thing, and I already know about Fresh and Fit. There's no need to even talk about that. We all know that they're for the grift. Anything that's going to make them some money, they can. The only thing that they hate is the fact they've already been kicked off of YouTube, and they can't make any more money off of it, so they're just kind of effed. 3. Mocking or making fun of how Daisy speaks is pretty racist, and I'm not really one that's going around just accusing people of that every day, so don't be upset if anyone does the same thing to you. And I'm talking about making fun of her Asian voice, and not the fact that she sounds like a first generation android. I feel like that's perfectly in bounds. 4. If you have sex with Pug CEO, you are not a victim. You're a short bus shorty, and you need a helmet. 5. You can have a member of the opposite sex stay at your house for an extended period of time and not have sex with them. So for all you people who thought Duke was blowing the back out of Daisy because he had her over at his house for 4 days with his old lady still there, come on. First of all, I thought Fresh and Fit taught you guys discipline. 6. Duke has admitted he's a simp. So why do you people keep calling him that like it's an insult? Just like Tree and her Mayo monster, she's admitted that she loves white men. So there's no insult there. It's the 8 Mile defense, the B-Rabbit. 7. Nobody has proven Daisy is an actual escort, but that doesn't mean she isn't a lying tramp and should not be trusted. 8. Tree, stop acting like Duke's heart is actually hurt because Daisy says she flirted with Abba. I mean, come on now, let's grow up a little bit. I mean, that's some high school stuff, though a lot of your stuff is funny. Duke, please stop saying Daisy had a crush on Abba. That is not what that was. That woman had a retractable shovel in her purse. They had a stream together. That ain't enough. 10. Duke and Tree, just remember, you guys were cool until a person neither of you knew before 2 months ago came into the picture. Final thoughts. The more Daisy speaks, the worse she sounds. The more she opens her mouth, the more she sounds like she needs to be constantly wearing water wings. No one sleeps with the toad sage out of love. Daisy was never going to have that kid. And hell, my mom's probably right, and she probably never even had a kid in the first place. Though, I mean, she did put some receipts and stuff out there for you to believe, but honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. Because my mom is scarily accurate on these things. Sometimes even though she doesn't even follow these people, she don't even know who they are. Duke will definitely stand on his word. And hate him or love him, he'll stand on his own principles. And there aren't too many people like that anymore. Tree is funny and makes some really solid content, but I do find some of it pretty cringe. But then again, she could say the same thing about my content, so I guess I really didn't say shit here. Lastly, Fresh and Fit is the streaming version of Fast and the Furious. Except for the fact that Fast and the Furious was actually good at some point in time. Fresh and Fit has never been good. Now, I want to make one more plea to the Fresh and Fit fans, and that is, please stop sending them your money. Please stop doing it. Every time that y'all send them hundreds of dollars of super chat money that y'all really need to be using to save up and buy some soap to wash y'all's asses because y'all don't go anywhere, please stop giving it to them, because all they're doing with that money is spending it on women like Daisy and the other women that's on that podcast. They're going out there tricking your money off, buying hookers and bottle service. Also, lastly, Marlon was a guy who said that he doesn't drink, but clearly during one of his last streams when he was showing that party, he drinks. So he's lying to you again. I don't know how many times and how many different platforms can tell you how those guys are abusing you, but for whatever reason, y'all just don't stop caping up for them. It's like an abuse victim. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter how much they slap you around, how much they bash your head through the table, no matter how many times they just, talk shit to you. It doesn't matter. Y'all just keep going back. They can keep cheating on you. They can have threesomes in the room right in front of you, cuck you up, but you're still going to go back. I don't understand it. They're just rubbing it in your face over and over and over again. And I hate to see anybody abused like that. Nobody likes to see victims. Nobody. Now, in this whole little saga, with Tree and Duke and Fresh and Fit, Daisy, all these other different streamers and whatnot, it has been an absolute mess. This situation has been hell to cover. Thank God I waited, because if not, I could have probably gotten a lot more stuff wrong, but I did want to give a nice perspective on things, and hopefully y'all enjoyed today's video. And guess what? Fresh and Fit still sucks ass. Have a good day. See you soon.